we have to have a serious talk about calisthenics. There has been a long time with a dog collar around the periphery of all of the people that we invited to our post-mortem. And when they cause you to heft one limb above the other in some kind of rhythmatic cyclotron, it's a question of how many pirouettes you can stand before you puke. And nobody seems to heat up thistles before they question their merit. But perhaps we all should. Perhaps the time to explicate the diaphanism has passed. And if we were to see those blankets on the penumbra, would we recall the times that we elected a timpani to office? Would we say, ding, 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 a ding, ding, a ding, ding, that's the man I want for president? Or, in all these squalls of the patchwork quilt that we wished our grandmother would have made every time we had to put $1 in the swear jar, there is a residual longing. There is the comparison of residue to cork. And pop! When it comes out of the champagne of dysentery. Can you appraise the worth of 10 or more awards? Because the inscription on awards is like a meritocracy that's inherited from Spanish elm. And there are so many different kinds of bracelets and so many different kinds of trinkets. And again, we're talking about grandfatherdom or grandmotherdom and the places to which they travel and the mementos that they grab from the places that they travel. And it's like, oh, in Japan I got an elk, and in Botswana I got a hinterland, and this miniature refrigerator comes from Spain. So what do you stock in a mini fridge if you're not some sort of serial killer that likes to say, let's put the elbows near the cabbages? Maybe a mini fridge is a good place for stocking the things that you're proud of when you wish that you had spent more time at work on the emails from distant relatives that seemed like they were a waste of time, but in the end are the course of a true inheritance. And if we should inherit a far-off cousin's knuckles, should we associate them with dreadlocks? Should we associate them with what other people might call a carapace? An encrusting, like an incrustation. And to live that way, to live as if your lobster claws were heralds of ignominy, must be taken seriously, must be taken as emblematic of all of the troubles that we saw ourselves through like an usher through dismay. You know, with the flashlight and going down the rows and going down the aisles and saying, oh, you are in seat 4C of dismay, and you show the tickets, and then they say, oh, no, I'm sorry, you're sitting in the wrong dismay seat, and you have to stand up and readjust your toupee and make sure that you figured out well how everybody deals with sweat. And the collars that have lipstick stains from the effort, from the exercise, and the sweat that comes upon them, and then the stains sort of bleed until the whole collar is a pinkish hue. And then the, meritless husband stumbles home with his pink collar, and the wife says, oh, have you been unfaithful at Jazzercise? And what can the husband say? What can the husband say? Can the husband say, oh no, this pinkness, I simply did laundry at work? No, that won't fly. And can there be a rapprochement? Can there be some fastening of the two sides to each other? And if you knit them tightly, you try to pull them apart and they won't come apart. This is a thing that if it is not tightly tracked, if it is not kept inside next to a spleen or in between the frenulum and the sorts of tissue binding that somebody might see as the salt upon fibromyalgia, there is a danger, there is a risk, and you have to wear it on your horn. Thank you for listening. Comments, as always, welcome.